Welcome. Wednesday, the 29th of June, 2022 at 2:30 p.m. AEDT, Australian Eastern Standard Times. We're going to be calling in a PN local area command, and we're going to be chasing up my missing persons report on Leanne McDonald. I've rang. It's been about 70 hours since my initial email, and nobody's returned correspondence. So we'll see what the fuck's going on.
Thank you for calling the
Two.
New South Wales Police Force. To enable us to assist you, please choose from one of the following options.
Two.
Remain on the line to be transferred to the next available.
He's a wild one. If I took him home, it'd be a home run. Constable who?
Bailey.
Constable Bailey, hi, how you going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I was wondering if I could please speak to a senior constable Fasson or a probationary constable Cooper.
Hold on one sec, let me see if they're on today. You're not bothering me at all. That's what we're here for. Alrighty? You have a great night. Bye. Fasson isn't on today. And what was the other one, sorry?
Probationary constable Cooper.
Cooper.
Fasson hasn't been at work since last Friday.
Yeah, that's normal. We have about 5 days off in between our blocks.
5 days off.
Yeah.
He's not returning email correspondence either. My initial email I sent him was over 70 hours ago, and he hasn't returned correspondence, and it's a matter of the utmost urgency.
Why is that?
Because it's a missing persons report and the person's life is in danger.
Right.
I stated that in the email.
Okay. Sorry, again, what was the other constable's name?
Cooper, yeah. Probationary constable Cooper.
I think so, yeah. He's not on today either. Let me look up the...
We did this. I did this yesterday with the Sergeant Constable Martin. He couldn't find anything on the system. He couldn't find no record on the system of my missing persons report. I gave him her name. I gave her last name, whereabouts. I gave him my name, my date of birth, everything, all the details, and he still couldn't find it on the system.
Was it a female, sorry?
It was a female, yeah, Leanne McDonald.
Last name?
Leanne McDonald.
McDonald?
McDonald.
Yeah, and first name?
Leanne, Leanne.
And her date of birth?
I don't have her date of birth.
How old is she?
She's between the ages of 50 and 60 years old, she'd been.
50 and 60?
Yeah. I supplied Senior Constable Fasson with 2 photos of her.
Where does she live?
Her last known whereabouts were between the Central Coast region of New South Wales
Right.
and the Hunter Newcastle region, somewhere in between there, I don't know. But she hasn't been seen in 7 years, and I've got intel from Miss Angela Powerwood Disney of the United Kingdom. I got intel that her life will be in danger from an MI6 operative. The wife of an MI6 operative gave me intel that her life's in danger.
And who are you to this person?
I'm a friend of hers.
To Leanne?
Yes.
Okay. What was your last name, sorry?
My last name is Cattell.
Pardon?
Cattell.
So how do you spell that?
Kilo Alpha Oscar Uniform Tango Alpha Lima.
Hold on. Kilo Alpha Oscar.
Uniform
Yep.
Tango
Yep.
Alpha
Yep.
Lima.
And your first name?
Arthur Alpha Romeo Tango Hotel Unicorn Romeo.
And your date of birth, please.
240380. I did this same process yesterday, so nothing's going to come up on the system. 240380. You there, Constable Collins?
Yeah, I'm just trying to look it up. Hold on.
I don't know why Fasten hasn't returned correspondence of emails. I told him it was a matter of the utmost. I told him it's a serious matter. It's urgent. It's urgent. He hasn't replied.
Okay, but there's heaps of people that say that their matters are urgent as well, so we try and get to everything as soon as we can.
This woman's life is in danger.
Hold on, just give me a sec.
Making me fucking angry. They can't find her case. Where the fuck is Leanne McDonald's missing persons report gone? Making me fuck. I sent 2 emails. One on Sunday, 6:18, AEDT, Australian Eastern Standard Time, 6:18 on Sunday. And then I sent another one this morning at 8 a.m. and he still hasn't returned correspondence. Why not? Putting New South Wales Police in the big boiler room. Leanne McDonald and the children in the forest are gonna get investigated. The bushlands and the tree of execution, the bush surrounding bushlands need to be investigated and forensically examined. They need to find Leanne McDonald and she needs to take them to the children, Leanne McDonald and the children in the forest. Their execution tree. You hear that, honey? Honey, John Adelaide, ZEAITER, Bilal HOAUCHAR, Mark BUDDLE, Alex VELLA. You hear that? The tree of execution. You know where the tree of execution is, boys? The tree of execution. Angels will reveal secrets untold, etched into this tree of chip, 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 etched into the tree of execution. Angels will reveal secrets untold, etched. Yeah, hello, Collins.
I just looked up the event. I can see it. It is being investigated, okay?
So you found the event number?
Yeah.
Well, where was it?
I don't know, mate. It was on your profile.
What profile?
Your event profile.
You want my intel check? You got done an intel check? Is it on my intel?
What?
Is it on my intel? Is it on my record?
No, that's not what I said. It's listed as an event.
Yeah.
To yourself.
All right. And what's the status of the event? Where?
It's being investigated.
Investigated where? He told me he had several leads. He was pursuing several leads. I told you her life is in grave danger. I got intel from Angela Power Disney, from the wife of an MI6 operative, that her life's in danger.
Yeah.
I put her life in danger.
Okay. Like I said, mate, it's being investigated. I'm not really sure what else you want me to
Collins,
do.
yeah, please let me speak to the sergeant.
Pardon?
Please let me speak to the duty sergeant.
Why?
Because obviously you can't help me.
I just told you that it's being investigated.
Well, I want to know a status of it. Well, have they gone and seen it?
Status. We don't have to give you any further information than that.
You don't have to. And I just told you that her life's in danger, and you're fobbing it off.
No, that's not what I said. I told you it's being investigated.
So when is somebody going to get back to me?
You don't need to be informed about police investigation because you're not a direct relative of the missing person.
Her life is in danger. I told Fassan to make sure he tells Leanne McDonald that it is me looking for her.
Yeah, and like I just said, we do not need to update you with direct relative of the missing person. Therefore, it is not a responsibility of the New South Wales Police Force to update you on the personal information of other people.
So I'm meant to just settle for not having any knowledge of her welfare and whereabouts. Is that correct?
Yes.
So she could be dead for all I know.
She can.
What was that?
I said if she chooses to contact you, she can. That's murder for herself.
All right. When can you tell me when Fasson is back on? Senior Constable Fasson. Can you tell me when Senior Constable Fasson is back on?
No, I can't give out roster information.
All right, Collins.
All right.
You have a nice afternoon.
You too, mate. See you later.
Bye-bye. It's under investigation. Leanne McDonald missing persons report is under investigation from last fucking Tuesday. Making me fucking angry. I'm gonna blow the gates wide open on this fucking thing. I'm gonna fucking blow the gates of hell off this fucking putrid rotted thing. It's going. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Who can we call out? And Alison Aiken, who do you want me to call out? Ricardo, Bossy, and that fat fucker, the Aussie Cossack. You fucking wankers. You call people out, I'll call you fucking out. You ain't political rebels. I'm the political rebel. You ostracize the fuck out of yourselves by promoting the Christian ideologies. You gotta be secular. You gotta be open, united. The origin prophecy. Both of you hate fucking Muslims. There are a billion Muslims in the world. They aren't going anywhere. You have to make peace with Islam. The one aspect that the Zionists fucking do not want to happen is the Christians and the Muslims uniting against them. Don't want it happening. Ricardo Bossy and Aussie Cossack. You need to make peace with Islam. You haven't got an Islam influence. I do. The Muslims, I got the ear of the Islam. I got the ear of the Muslims. I've fed, clothed and sheltered Muslims, both Sunni and Shia, Druze, Alawi, all of them. I got a Muslim profile. I got a whole global profile. I'm all unity, love, peace, courage and unity, joy, abundance. The origin prophecy, a prophecy that says that one day a white man will come in and bring great destruction to the land, Captain Cock, and then the white man and the black man will unite together to build a prosperous future together. That time is now. The mud floods, the Tartarian mud floods, coming back to our reality. All right, that's another story. Back to the underworld. John Adelaide, ZEAITER, Smemana, Rabaitni, man. Ashmalfina. What did you make with me? You created me. You created this fucking renegade, fucking dissent, fucking wild rebel. Fuck. Bilal HOAUCHAR, listen to this message. Amagbatabna. Mark Buddles, get your commos to fucking back me. I'll get you back in Australia within 9 years. And that date will be greatly accelerated forward the faster you make me prominent in the underworld. Give me soldiers. Alex VELLA, get the fucking rebels. Get the rebels behind me. You're the biggest bike club in Australia. Alex Vella, you want back in Australia? Alex Vella, you want back in Australia. Vanessa Vella, get this message on to your uncle, Vanessa Vella. Vanessa, tell Alex Vella he wants back in the country. I'll get him back in the country on the back of Leanne McDonald. Leanne McDonald and the children in the forest. The tree of execution. The angels reveal secrets untold. Chiseled. Chiseled into the tree of execution. This is my gun. This Apple Pro 12 Pro Max 256 gigabyte. Boom, boom. This is my gun. This is my gun. Apple MacBook Pro. Apple MacBook Pro is my fucking bomb, my atomic bomb. Because while the truncheons may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to mean, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And words will always retain their power. Always retain their power. Don't have guns, don't have knives, don't have bombs. All I got is my baseball bat and my words and my gun. Boom! Protest statement. I'm currently still in a state of protest against the President of Empire, the pursuit of imperial gain, and the grotesque levels of uninvested allegations of child rape, torture, and slaughter crimes levelled against the global elite and ruling classes in our society, especially the allegations made against the British royal family and the Zenist Talmudic jury, Synagogue of Satan, the Roman Catholic Church, the Saudi royal family, the wonderful world of Disney, and specifically Mick Joffe. Worry about the head of the snake. Worry about the head of the snake first. There's the Mossad, the Jesuits, the CIA, the MI6, the Australian Security Intelligence Forces, ASIO. Worry about the head of the snake first. The Jesuits and the Zenist, MI6, Mossad, and CIA, the big fucking papa pumps. They're the head of the snake. I worry about Iran, China, Russia, Hezbollah. I worry about them later. Chop off the head of the snake first. Chop off the head. Specifically Mick Joffe, and bring the tribal warrior Penways remains home from the United Kingdom, and promote the Rorigian prophecy of unity between all cultures, indigenous cultures right around the globe, Native American Indians, the Africans, the Polynesians, the Southeast Asians, all the indigenous cultures, the Aboriginals of Australia, all Rorigian prophecy, all united with the white man. I'm olive complexion, but all unite under one. Bring the tribal warrior Penways remains home from the United Kingdom, and you can stamp in pole position number 1. In pole position now, number 1. Natalie Ellison's name there to it. Natalie Ellison, who was brutally raped and tortured as a child in 3 separate dogs' homes, and carted off from group home to shelter homes, adult mental health units, and prison. Natalie Edison, pole position 1. Deanne Summon, who got raped and tortured and used to sell her body down the John Ibrahim's Golden Mile down the cross. Now, Deanne Summons will tell you stories from back in the 80s and 90s in the cross. Your Domingtons, your Abe Saffrons, your Rogersons, your McPhersons, your Freemans, your Saffrons. They were all in on it. They were the protectors of the secret. John Ibrahim is the protector of the secret. The child sex predator, Golden Mile. You tell them stories, Deanne Summers. Tell them about the days back in the cross. Woods Royal Commission. I was around the Woods Royal Commission. I was running around at 15 years old. I was capping caps of coke for Sam Ibrahim in 1995, King's Cross. I've been around for a very long fucking time. Why do you reckon they wanted me on side? They wanted me, the global ruling class wanted me to be the number one, the end all be all of organised crime and illegal drugs here in Sydney, Australia. Australian network of coming from Pine Gaps, guns, drugs, crystal meth from Southeast Asia, heroin from Afghanistan, all coming from Pine Gaps. I was told by senior constable, by former Assistant Commissioner, now retired, Assistant Commissioner Stuart Wilkins, formerly of the Tweed, Byron, local area command, New South Wales Police, approached me to be on site. I couldn't sell my soul. Because I asked the question, what about what they do to children? They burst out in hysterics. What do you want to stop that for? You know how much money you're going to be making? That's what they do. You can't stop that. Ha! They'll burst out in hysterics. I couldn't ever look my 5 older sisters or my mother in the eyes ever again. Couldn't sell my soul. You hear that, Angie? Angela Powell Disney. Yeah, King's Cross, I've been around for a very long time. Yes, was just Sam Ibrahim. Mickey Ibrahim. I punched on with Mickey Ibrahim. I beat the fuck out of Mickey Ibrahim twice when I was a fucking young cunt. Had a house in Northmead Avenue, North Para. I had a house. Used to make $8,000 to $10,000 a week. $8,000 to $10,000 a week, Parramatta and the whole Hills district. I had a big run. Trilby Walker with her allegations against the elite of South Australia, the murder capital of South Australia. Yes, Trilby Walker raped and tortured by the elite in Adelaide, the murder capital, the daymakers are coming on fucking South Australia. And Leanne McDonald with her allegations of child rape and torture and has implicated HOAUCHAR's mother in her brutal rape and torture. Leanne McDonald and the children in the forest and that Smell the Cheese motherfucker from the 80s. The come and get it with Peter Russell Clark. You remember him? Smell the Cheese? Yeah, Leanne McDonald's implicated him. Kerry Hawkins, who was brutally raped and tortured by Senior Constable Tim Hill of the Humlack, New South Wales Police, and it was covered up by his buddies in Internal Affairs. Kerry Hawkins and Srgt.KEN Lockyer put bullets in her letterbox. Srgt.KEN Lockyer put bullets in her letterbox. John Adelaide, HOAUCHAR, Mark Buddles, Alex VELLA, fucking Srgt.KEN Lockyer, this putrid dog from the Humlack, New South Wales Police, put bullets in little old lady, no children, no husband, no protection, little old lady Kerry Hawkins' letterbox, Srgt.KEN Lockyer. You hear that, boys? You hear fucking that? You think you're the bad guy? You think you're the bad guy? Fuck, making me angry. Run with my ball, back me. Kerry Hawkins, Dr. Rena Michelson from Melbourne, with her allegations against TV personalities Bert Newton, Graham Kennedy, Eddie Maguire and 10 CEO Robert Asmotherley, and former Victorian Premier Jeff Kennett. Jeff Kennett used to rape, torture and slaughter him up in the sky in helicopters. Jeff Kennett, yes. Dr. Wren, a very good friend of mine, used to ring up the window lickers and inquire about my welfare and whereabouts. Former Australian of the Year, Dr. Rena Michelson, loves me. Popsy Wiles from the United Kingdom, who was generationally and historically raped as a child, and Frankie's voice was raped by his teacher, and he committed suicide. Frankie's voice, part of my spiritual kingdom. Little boy angel Michael Black, who was nabbed off the creek in South Australia in Adelaide, and he was raped and tortured and buried in the bushlands with another child, Tracy Bell. Raped and tortured as a child, murdered by, I forget the perpetrator's name. Fuck him. His name won't get remembered. In the rubbish bin, demonic wasteland for him. Little angel boy Michael Black and Shani Younger from London with her allegations against the establishment of police, the London Metropolitan Police, and you can stamp. And Alyssa and Gabriel, the Hampstead, London, Mother England, United Kingdom, satanic child rape, torture, and slaughter crime victim survivors. Ballpark slammer, stamped all to it. For now, Alyssa and Gabriel are gonna be revolutionaries. Alyssa and Gabriel are gonna be revolutionaries. Ballpark slammer, stamped all to it. For now, love, peace, courage, and Lebanese see the truth always in the fight against evil. And this has been AK King Arts Lionheart 47 Production.